Haven't seen much of you this morning.
Me? No, I've been rather busy.
Busy? Doing what?
Writing.
Oh. Writing letters?
Yes.
What kind of letters?
Just letters. And I have to catch the post.
Oh, I see. Are you writing to your wife?
Hardly.
Bank manager?
No.
Only I've not seen you write letters before.
Look, Angie, if you're that interested...
Oh, I'm not.
I just happen to be writing a few applications, that's all.
Applications for what?
For jobs. After all, I can't live in a derelict railway station forever.
Of course you can't.
And I need a home. A proper home. And a living.
Why?
Well, because that's the way things should be.
Oh. I lived with this fella once. He was always writing letters. And moaning. He was always moaning.
What do you mean, moaning?
Complaining. He'd read something in the paper and start moaning. Then he'd get annoyed with the local council, fall out with shopkeepers and garages and moan at them. Then he'd moan at the kids if they rode their bicycle on the pavement outside his house. Or if the milkman was late. Or both. Then he'd sit down and write moaning letters to everybody. Cost him a fortune in postage.
Well, what on earth were you doing with him?
He had a nice face. When he wasn't moaning. Then he started moaning at me. And writing letters. And that was the end. Nobody moans at me.
You mean he wrote letters of complaint to you?
Yes.
And posted them?
No, he'd leave them around the house where I'd find them. You know, in the fridge, on the loo seat, places like that.
That's ridiculous.
I know. Anyway, one day, I got up early. I packed me bags and I got me camel stool together. Usual story. He was fast asleep. So I thought I'd write him a letter for a change. A farewell note. It said, "Bye-bye, Nige. Thanks for all the good times. You've got a lovely face, but you're a miserable sod." And then I left the note where I hoped he'd find it.
Well, where was that?
I stuck it to his head with sellotape. Then I left. Closed the door quietly behind me. Shoved me keys back through the letterbox. Usual story.
Angie?
Yes?
How...
How what?
Well, just as a matter of interest, how many men have you, lived with?
You mean all told?
Yes.
I don't know, really. About 18, 19, something like that. And then there's the part-timers, of course. And the one-nighters. But I didn't live with them, so they don't count, do they?
No.
But there's one thing I've always prided myself in. My selection. Because I'm not just anybody's, you know. Anyway, I didn't come here to talk about moaning letters. I came here to talk about Morris.
What about him?
I don't think we should have suggested that he walk around the world on stilts.
Why?
Because he's going to kill himself, that's why.
There. That's what I stand on.
And that?
Now that's to strap me leg in. Beautiful, eh? I shall travel like the wind, striding over frontiers, crossing valleys, stepping over rivers like they was puddles.
Yeah. But I think you're going to need two of them.
Of course I'm going to need two. I'd look a bit daft going round the world on one stilt now, wouldn't I?
Oh, I don't know.
What about you, then? You ever walked on stilts?
No, I can't stand heights.
Now, then, just need to find another bit of wood.
Well, you could have halved that.
What do you mean, halved it?
Well, you could have made 2 short stilts to practice on.
Short stilts? You can't have short stilts. Defeats the whole object, doesn't it? Be like having a short extension ladder.
But if you'd never walked on them before...
The deep end. I believe in going in at the deep end. Always have. Open that door, would you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mind your backs!
Oh, see what I mean? What's the matter with him?
Oh, he says he's tired. He hasn't slept all night.
Why?
Well, he reckons it's too cold in the signal box.
Oh, poor Tommy. He's not the same, you know, now he hasn't got an airing cupboard to sleep in.
Yes. But as we don't have an airing cupboard, he'll just have to make do.
Well, I don't think anyone should have to make do. We could build him an airing cupboard, couldn't we?
Yes, nothing to it.
We are not building an airing cupboard just for somebody to sleep in.
It's not just somebody, it's Tommy.
Yes, and one day Tommy will have to go out in the world on his own. We all have. I've made a start with those job applications.
Good for you. Oh, but you haven't seen him in that signal box. He's strung out on those levers like a line of washing.
Yes, well, I must go and post my letters. There could be a bright future in those.
Oh, yes. Well, at least this has kept him warm during the night.
Oh, he hasn't been in here all night.
Where's he been?
He said he's been out.
Out? Where?
Walking.
Walking? In the middle of the night?
Mr. Drake.
Hello.
Are you busy?
Not really, no. I was just going to Fennybrook to catch the post.
I have terrible news.
You have? What?
This is Mr. McFadgen, my security officer.
How do you do?
Tell him.
Yes, ma'am. Well, sir, it's like this. We have reason to believe that there's an arsonist operating in this area.
A what?
A fire raiser. A maniac. One of my barns was burned down last night.
A barn?
Yes, simply burned to the ground.
When was this?
Tell her, will you?
Yeah. Last night, during the small hours, apparently.
So where's the other one?
What other one?
That other person of yours. The one with red hair.
Tommy? He's about.
Round somewhere.
Yeah, did anybody see anything?
How do you mean, see anything?
Well, last night,
No.
Nor me.
no one passed by here in the middle of the night. Any strangers?
No.
No one was seen.
What was in the barn?
Timber.
Timber.
Timber?
Yeah, that's right.
What kind of timber?
All shapes and sizes.
All shapes and sizes.
Shapes and sizes. Any piece is about 15 foot long by about that.
Well, the barn was full of timber.
Full of timber.
Look, why is everybody writing? My barn has been burned down, and whoever did it had the nerve to dig up some of my potatoes, help himself to a garden chair, and sit there cooking supper while the flames raged.
Jacket potato?
Yeah.
Jacket potato.
Why is he asking questions?
Oh, he used to be a detective.
One of the best.
Oh, did he? Then would you mind getting out there and detecting something? Now.
Right away.
Because whoever it was could strike again at any time.
Well, I realise that. Where can I get in touch with you?
Well, I've set up a temporary HQ in the old linesman's hut.
Oh, right.
I'll just jot down the directions for you.
Oh, fine. Thank you.
Take me home, will you? You can show him on the way back.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you'll be a hero and help, won't you?
If I can, yes.
Good. Door?
Oh, door. I think I missed the post.
Never mind. I'm sure she'll find you a job. You make a lovely lackey. What kind of a person sets fire to a barn and then sits by it to cook jacket potatoes?
No idea.
Someone who wants to keep warm?
Oh, hello, Tommy.
Hello.
Sleep well?
Like a log.
Any particular type of log?
No, just a log.
Cup of tea?
Please. So, how are those stilts going then, Morris?
Oh, I finished one. Only I'd run out of wood.
Well, there's plenty of wood around.
Not as much as there was, apparently.
Anyway, I've caught up on my sleep now, so I can give you a hand.
Oh, thanks.
And with two of us doing it, we should get on like a house on fire. Something wrong?
No, nothing. I hear you didn't sleep too well last night.
That's right. So I reckon in future I might move in here, by the stove. If that's all right with everyone else.
Fine.
Yes, why not?
Good. Oh. You know, all that sleeping makes you hungry. Do you know what I could eat right now?
What?
A jacket potato. I just love jacket potatoes.
So, what did you do last night, Tommy?
When?
When you couldn't sleep?
Oh, I went for a walk.
Oh, here.
Oh, Tar. Not a bad morning.
No.
Nice bit of warm sunshine. You can't beat that. You can't beat warmth. Oh, you know something? I feel really marvellous today. I feel satisfied with life. I feel as if I'm fulfilled.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't want to set the world on fire.
There. And what's left of the barn, just over there.
And what's beyond it?
The river.
So whoever it was would have come this way.
Yes.
Have you found any evidence?
This morning, just a bit down that track. A half-eaten jacket potato. I got it in the HQ.
Yes. I'd say whoever it was has consumed about 50% of this.
I know. That's why it's half-eaten. So, how long have you been a detective?
Ever since I came out of the forces.
You were in the forces as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I served 26 years in the army.
Did you?
How long were you in for?
2 weeks. I was invalided out.
Wounded?
No, bad feet. I was excused boots, shoes, parades, standing for long periods, walking, sitting down without a chair. They didn't see the point in having me there.
A malingerer.
No, Royal Artillery.
So, as a detective, what would you say is the secret of your success?
Oh, I'd say keeping a cool head at all times.
It's all right. It's only an owl.
An owl? What's an owl doing up at this hour of the day?
You woke it up.
Yes. I don't get on very well with owls. Listen. Someone or something passed by here.
Well, they must have moved pretty quickly.
Yes. Look. Here. Hold this.
Right.
I'd say whoever passed by here was 12 foot high. And had little oblong feet.
You know, I've never seen Tommy look so happy.
Neither have I.
No, not since you cooked that hot pot.
And even then he wasn't this happy. Ever since he woke this morning, he's been smiling that fixed smile. It's very disturbing.
Yes, it is.
He couldn't have. He just couldn't have gone back to his old ways. Could he?
Hope not.
He's always sworn to me that he'd never touch fire again, and I've believed him.
Yes, but that smile.
Just like my uncle.
What is?
That happy, contented smile. My uncle was alcoholic, see, and he was forced to take the cure. For 3 years, he was bone dry and miserable. And then he took up long-distance cycling, and he'd come home with that same happy smile.
So what's wrong with that?
Well, after about 6 months of this long-distance cycling, my aunt remembered he hadn't got a bike. She found him in the shed with 2 road maps and a crate of vodka. See, it was that smile that gave him away.
Nice and warm in here. Yeah, very cosy.
Tommy, I've decided.
Decided what?
Well, to build you an airing cupboard to sleep in.
Oh, thanks.
Good idea.
So that you can keep warm at night and you won't have to go wandering around.
Oh, I don't mind wandering around at night at the moment.
Oh, don't you?
No, I'm enjoying it.
Tommy,
Yeah?
is there anything you want to talk about?
When?
Now.
Don't think so, no.
Nothing you'd like to tell us?
Not at the moment.
Because we're prepared to listen.
All right, then. Bangers.
What?
Hot bangers. They go well with jacket potatoes.
They do, yes.
Anyway, I better go and sew up a few more sleepers.
But aren't you tired?
Me? No. I've always been able to burn the candle at both ends.
Tommy, until we get your airing cupboard built, perhaps we ought to fix you up with a proper bed in the waiting room.
For tonight?
Don't worry about it. I'm off out again tonight.
if it's true what we're thinking, you know what'll happen next.
Yes, about 5 years in Nick.
All of that.
What's that sound?
Stilts.
Yes. And whoever he is doing quite nicely on them.
Who was it?
Did you see him?
We saw somebody.
It was a vicar. On stilts.
Hello. I'll be with you in a moment. My name is Pennyjohn.
Pleased to meet you.
I like to make a point of visiting all the new members of the parish.
On stilts.
Whenever possible, yes. I'm trying to be that little bit different from my peers.
Really?
Well, they're all so much older than I am, and they've all done things. And you know, there's hardly anything new and surprising left in my business.
But doesn't it make life difficult?
What?
Visiting on stilts?
Oh, not really. I sometimes have trouble with cattle grids and people in basement flats, but on the whole it seems to work. In fact, I've been trying to organise a hymn-singing session with the entire congregation on stilts. Unfortunately, some of the elderly won't hear of it.
Well, that's hardly surprising.
I suppose not. Then I did try using stilts to give communion once, but I spilt most of the wine.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Them stilts. What are they made of?
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
So, what's wrong with aluminium?
Everything.
Well, now, I'm told you have a ghost here.
That's right, we have.
Well, would you like me to, exorcise it while I'm passing?
No, thank you. We're quite fond of Harold.
Oh. That's a shame. I've never been asked to do an exorcism job. Right. Well, before I go, is there anything you'd like to know about the parish?
Don't think so, no.
What about problems? Do you have any problems?
No.
I do. I dislike the inside of churches. That's why I prefer to go on walkabouts. It's because of fire, you see.
Fire?
Yes, I worry about fire. Old buildings burn so easily. Most of my sermons deal with fire. The burning bush, the fire next time, hellfire and gridirons, things like that. Fire can be a very dangerous thing. That's why I insisted on having aluminium.
Talking of fire, I think we might have a candidate for confession.
Confession? A confessional on stilts? 6 feet off the ground and moving at speed. That could be interesting.
Very.
You know something? That fella's even more of a loser than Morris.
Thank you very much.
Oh, come on, Morris. I
Look.
didn't mean it.
Somebody's nicked my stilt.
No luck.
No.
Well, it's not in the buffet.
Oh, that's marvellous, isn't it? Just one stilt to me name, freshly creosoted, and have to go and get pinched.
I found your stilt, Morris.
Oh, good. Where?
What's wrong?
All of you. Come with me. Here. Just here.
Paraffin.
And a toasting fork.
Potatoes.
And my stilt.
Don't touch it! Don't touch a thing. Well, not yet, anyway.
Somebody is going to set light to this station.
Yes.
And then they're going to sit in that chair.
And cook jacket potatoes while it burns down.
That's right.
It's terrible.
It's our home.
Right. The most important thing is to establish exactly who is responsible.
We think we know.
You know?
Yes.
Well, whoever it is coming here now. Quickly. Ready and...
McFadden? How dare you?
How dare I? I'll tell you. It's the way you talk to me. It's the way you treat me.
You beast!
God, bloody, you wait. I'll set fire to all your buildings, you stuck-up old bag.
Well, stop him then. Oh, please stop him. He'll burn down my lovely house. Oh.
Fetch me your stilt. I don't know if I ever told anyone, but I used to teach javelin throwing once.
No, you never told us that.
Right.
I'm just off out for the night. And I've been thinking I really ought to tell you where I'm going. Just in case you worry.
So where do you go, Tommy?
To Fennybrook.
All that way?
Oh, it's no real distance. I've been going to the bakery.
The bakery?
Yeah, the village baker's. He bakes all night, see? And it's warm there. And, well, I've made friends with someone, see? The baker's daughter. She lets me sit by the ovens while she works.
And that's why you've been smiling a lot lately.
I suppose so, yeah. Well, you might say she's my new flame.